Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Hang on one second. Just got to make sure everything's copacetic here. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's see here. Let's make sure we are live everywhere. Are we live on the YouTubes? All right. Audio is working on the YouTubes. Yes. On the X, we're doing good. Yeah, it's doing that thing again. Can you update that? Yeah, give me a second. Yep. It does that. All right. There we go. Right there. All set. Beautiful. All right. Let's make sure we're live on the Twitch. Are we live on the Twitch? Are we live on the Twitch? Yes, we are live on the Twitch. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let's get everything all set up over here. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let's get ourselves all shared up. Let's get everything all shared up. Just going to get everything all set, ready to go. You know how it is. All right. Okay. All right. Getting everything all set. All right. There we go. Let's make sure everything is live here. Good. Beautiful. Get this all set up over here. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me see here. Good, good. All right. Ro, good morning. Night Ro. Good morning, good morning, good morning, brother. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you are having a good day. All right. All right, all right, all right. Just getting ourselves all set up today. 'Tis a beautiful, blessed New Year's Eve. All right. Let's make sure that the announcements are all set. There we go. Okay. There we go. Boom. Right there. Right there. Right there. Boom. Right there. Uh-huh. All right. Let me just check this here. Perfect. All right. All right. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. All right, got that set up. All right, let's make sure we are shared up on the X. Good. There we go. Get that there. Boom. All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's get this shared up on YouTube. Share it up on the YouTubes. Yes, sir. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing started. All right. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I'm your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. And I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to regular ski. Other times she gets shot out the cannon and she goes, whee! Other times she likes to go to RBs and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to go into the stock market. Other times she likes to steal my lo mein. Other times she likes to, do things like go to the stock market and then, call out some ABCDs such as ANGH, ESHA, and DRCT. We call her DBL Moms. Hey! All right. All right. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, folks. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cash over the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on today. All right. Marty says, good morning. Happy New Year to you and the Serengeti specialist. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. All right. So, that's what we got going on so far, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get everything started up today. Let's get started up with some of the stonks that we called. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we called quite a few. We called ANGH, which ran up a nice 78%. Did a video on it last night as well. Did a video on it on the YouTube, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe there. All right. Ring that bell icon. Ring it. Yes. Ring it. Yes. All right. So, did a video on that last night, ANGH. Ran up a nice 78%. Called it on our private Discord last night and did a video on it. And then after that, it ran up a nice 78%. Just saying. All right, let's take a look at ESHA. ESHA. ESHA ran up a nice 69 nice percent right there. 69% right there. Called that one for the private Discord as well. We called DRCT. All right. That one ran up a nice 67% right there. 67%. There we go. There we go. What else do we get? ORIS. ORIS. Call that one. It ran up a nice 59%. 59%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. And then, of course, we called. Oh, stand by. All right. NCL, called that one. It ran up a nice 49%, 49% right there. So that's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's get this thing started right here. Yes, sir. So let's check out ANGH. ANGH. How's ANGH doing? Currently, it is up 75%. Has news that Angami shares are trading higher after the company reported a year-over-year increase in H1 results. So they got that going on right there. That is what they got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Currently moving upward over here. Bop right there. Boom. All right. And boom, right there. So currently on a bit of an uptrend right now. On a bit of an uptrend just above the VWAPA. Just above the VWAPA right now. So ANGH on an uptrend just above the VWAP. That's what we got going on right there with ANGH. A little bit choppy with it, but some, it be like that. ANGH needs to remain friends with the trend while holding above the VWAPA. So we got that going on right there. Yes, sir. All right, so you got that going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we also got, what else we got? What else we got? Let's see. Let's see what other stocks we got. JFBR, dun dun, JFBR, dun dun. All right, let's see. JFPR didn't have much volume in the beginning, has since moved up a little bit. Climbed its way on up, bot right here, made a bit of an A, B, C, D right here. All right, boom, get that set up right there. All right, boom, boom, and boom. All right, got that all set up and ready to go. Let's see here. All right, so JFBR has news that Jeff's brands are trading higher after the company announced its intent to uplist in its subsidiary Fort Technologies common shares to the NASDAQ. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So they got that going on right there. That is what they got going on. All right. So let's take a look over here for JFBR. JFBR. Choppy. ABCD uptrend. Choppy ABCD uptrend right there. So we got that going on right there. ORIS. It is below the VWAP. Had a bit of resistance right here at the $1.72 mark right here. And then kind of just started going back down. Was trying to form what looked to potentially be a possible cup and handle, but then after that just collapsed. So as of now, it is on a bit of a downtrend here. Needs to break above this downtrend and break above that resistance line of VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. So ORIS needs to break the downtrend VWAPA and the resistance for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. All right. ESHA. Let's see how ESHA is doing. ESHA has moved its way on up. Went up over here. formed a bit of a pennant right over here. Needs to break above that pennant and hold above the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mya. ESHA needs to hold above the VWAP right there. So let's take a look over here. ESHA needs to hold above the VWAP and break above the pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. There we go. There we go. Right now, it is currently moving down a little bit. It needs to break above the VWAP, and it needs to stay above the VWAP and break through the pennant. Break above it for it to be so much maxi to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. Let's take out NCL. NCL. How's NCL doing? NCL, let's see what we got going on here. NCL had this little bit of movement, had this movement upward, went back down a little bit, formed a tiny bit of a pennant, which was like an awkward pennant over here. And then eventually it kind of started consolidating and then shot up right over here and then pretty much just formed a bit of a descending wedge right here. Possible descending wedge bull reversal pattern, but needs to stay above the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mya. NCL needs to stay above the VWAP and break through the descending wedge. There we go. So we got that going on right there. That is something we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Let me add them. Let me add them. All right. Let's see here. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I think we got some requests. Okay, let me take a look at these. Let me take a look at these over here. All right. Someone requested CETX. CETX, there it is, CETX. As of now, CETX is going down, not looking schmexy there. CETX needs volume for it to be so much schmexy to me. CETX needs volume. Very choppy. All right, there we go. What else we got? Let's get a share party going, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 200. 200, ladies and gentlemen. 200, 200, 200. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see here. What about ESHA? ESHA. ESHA. All right. Still trying to test that VWAP. It tried to test the VWAP a little bit. ESHA tried to test the VWAP right there. All right, NCL. NCL really needs to stay above that VWAP and needs to stay above that pennant, that descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to mya. NCL, can it break the descending wedge? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. ISPC. ISPC. ISPC needs to break that VWAP right there. It kind of looks a bit awkward here, but could it potentially be maybe, possibly, maybe a cup and handle? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so, but hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know? Could it potentially be a cup and handle? Maybe, maybe, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You know? Let's see. ISPC, possible cup and handle pattern needs to break the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes. All right. AFJK, very low on volume. Very low on volume. Very expensive, though. Very expensive stock right here. Not too schmexy. AFJK, very expensive stock. Low volume. Not looking too schmexy to me. Not looking too schmexy. But I'll put it up here. AFJK. Expensive. Expensive. Very low volume. All right, needs volume. It needs volume for this thing to really go. DRCT. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's take a look over here. All right. There we go. Up here. Needs to break the pennant and needs to break the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. DRCT needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. There we go. SLGB. Let's take a look over here. Very low volume, not looking too schmexy as of now. Has a bit of a pennant over here, but other than that, you know what I mean? Has a bit of a pennant, but other than that, not feeling too schmexy about this one. Not feeling too schmexy. All right, this one is below, SLGB is below the VWAP, has unconfirmed Q3 earnings due in 13 days from now on Tuesday, January 13th, before the market opens, ladies and gentlemen. So as of now, needs to break above the VWAP and needs to break above this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, SLGB as of now, low volume, needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. Yes. All right. ESHA. Trying to break the pennant right now. ESHA is trying to break that pennant. Let's see here. ESHA trying to break the pennant. Boom, right there. ESHA, that's what it's doing right there. All right, ANGH. How's ANGH doing? It is moving its way on up right now. Moving, climbing on upward right now. Again, has shares that are trading higher after the company reported a year-over-year increase in H1 results. ANGH up 85% now. 85%, new high of day. ANGH, new high of day, up 85%. All right, so looking schmexy so far. All right, let me get this over here. All right, so, hold on 1 second right there. Let me get this over here. Boom, right there. Beautiful. All right, so has support at $3.88, resistance at $4.35 right there, is currently up 85%. And can it go higher? We shall see. We shall see. All right, so as of now, ANGH. Let me get this over here. Boom. Excuse me, have the hiccups a little bit. 85%. Boom. Beautiful. All right. Okay, let's get a share party going. Let's get the 400. 400, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. NCL, NCL. Currently, NCL has fallen below the VWAPA and needs to break this descending wedge right here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. NCL needs to break the descending wedge and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, needs to break above those two for it to be schmexy. AFJK again. This one is very, very expensive. Very choppy, very low volume. Not schmexy to me. AFJK, choppy, and low volume. Also very expensive. DRCT, DRCT. All right, DRCT trying to curl. Trying to move up a little bit. DRCT, can it break the VWAPA and the pennant? Let's see. All right, ESHA, ESHA. All right, ESHA curling a little bit, curling just a little bit right now. ESHA curling upward slightly and staying above the VWAPA right there. All right. Okay. So as of now, that is what we got going on. That is what we got going on. All right. Let's take a look at ASST. ASST. All right. Oh, let me put this in here real quick. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. And there we go. Right there. And right there. Beautiful. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as of now, ASST, not a lot of volume, not looking too schmexy so far. Needs volume to stay above the VWAP right there and break the barcoding. ASST needs volume to stay above the VWAPA and break the barcoding that yeesh has been plaguing it for quite some time. ESHA. ESHA. Sorry about that. Ooh, get some water. Get some water. A little dusty. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. There we go. ESHA. ESHA. ESHA currently still above the VWAPA. Still above the VWAPA right now. Still trying to test that pennant. ESHA. Still testing the pennant. There we go. All right. Let's see. DRCT. Still needs to break the VWAP. DRCT. Still needs to break the VWAPA. ORIS. Let's see. Trying to curl off the downtrend right now. ORIS. trying to curl off the downtrend, needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat maxi to me. Yes. All right. ISPC. All right. Looks like it's trying to curl off that that potential cup and handle right there. Possible cup and handle is trying to curl off that possible cup and handle. Needs to break the VWAP. Needs to break that VWAP though. Needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 500. 500, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Come on now. All right. ISPC trying to curl off the pennant. Yes. There we go. There we go. Boom. SLGB. Still needs some volume. SLGB still needs some volume. SLGB still needs volume for it to be so much maxi to me. Alex Martinez says, "Where's the volume today?" Yeah, man. You know what it is? It's New Year's Eve. People are normally like by this point they're normally more focused on the partying and the all that good stuff, which happens. There's still opportunities out there. It's just that you gotta be more selective. You know what I mean? Patient. PAY. Shint. There we go. There we go. PAYTIENT. Patient. You know what I mean? So as of now with this stonk, we just as of now with these stonks, we just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. Scope out the opportunities as they arise. You know what I mean? Because as of now, ORIS is trying to curl, but again, man. Can it continue to climb? We shall see. We shall see. All right. Okay. All right. 1 second. 1 second. ORIS. Still trying to curl. All right. Yeah, but most people are playing they're doing their thing, they're getting all ready for New Year's and stuff like that. So they got that going on right there. ANGH on the uptrend over here so far. Needs to break this little pennant right here, though. Needs to break this pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. ANGH needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to me. NCL, can it break through the VWAP? Needs to break through the VWAP. Needs to break the VWAP. There we go. ISPC. Has a little bit of resistance at the 38, 39-cent mark right there. All right. ISPC needs to break the resistance and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. Yesh. All right. Give me 1 sec. There we go. There we go. Got my glasses. Yes. ISPC needs to break the resistance and the VWAP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. FBLG. FBLG. How's FBLG doing right now? All right, let's take a look over here. FBLG up 23%. Has news that biologics shares are trading higher after the company announced it filed a phase 1/2 IND application to the FDA seeking regulatory clearance to initiate clinical trials of CYPS 317 for the treatment of moderate to severe psoriasis. So that's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Biologics is moving up, but I think it's moving up on some low volume because the float is 60 million. Volume is 10 million. So, yes, it is moving up on some low volume right there. But, yes, it has some news. So they got that going on right there. Let's get this graffiti pencil activated over here. FBLG. All right. Needs to break. It needs to hold above that pennant. Needs to hold above that pennant. And needs to hold above the VWAPA as well. Has a bit of resistance. Has a bit of resistance right over MIA at the 30-cent mark. Right over MIA. Boom. All right, FBLG. FBLG needs to break the resistance. VWAPA, VWAPA, yes, and the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to MIA. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Low volume. Needs volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to MIA. Otherwise, meh. ISPC. Trying to test that VWAP right now a little bit. Tried to test it a little bit. ISPC tested the VWAPA. Tested it a little bit. We shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. All right. All right. All right. So, as of now, that is what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Now it just broke above the VWAP. ISPC broke the VWAP. ISPC broke the VWAPA. There we go. That's schmexy. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 800. 800. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. ORIS. Let's see. 35% up. Trying to curl. ORIS trying to curl on low volume. Needs to break the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to MIA. ANGH. Actually, no, ISPC. Oh my. Okay, yeah, it's broken the VWAP. Broke the VWAP there. ISPC. Slight price spike above the VWAPA. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we got here. ANGH. ANGH. How's ANGH doing? Curling off the pennant right now. Curling off that pennant. There we go. All right. ANGH 86%. ANGH curling off the pennant and testing the high of day. All right. So as of now, needs to break above this pennant right here, which it did, and now it needs to break above this resistance line, break through the high of day, and become even more schmexier than before. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. ANGH needs to do that thing right there. ORIS, how's ORIS doing? Still trying to do that curl, huh? All right. ORIS needs to break the VWAPA for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. All right. So, as of now, ORIS needs to break that VWAP. There we go. Let's take a look at ANGH. How's ANGH doing? No, ANGH. ANGH still testing the high a day. Broke that high a day just now. 87%. There we go. Oh my, 88% right there. All right. All right. So, ANGH up 88%. 88%. Broke the high a day. ANGH broke the high of day. All right. Broke the high of day. Curled off the pennant. And yeah, that's what we got going on right there, folks. That is what we got going on. All right. So as of now, ANGH broke through the high of day, hit 88%. And yeesh. That's what we got so far. All right. Let me get some water in me. Ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. Give me 1 sec. All right. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. All right. So, as of now, ANGH did its thing right there. Yes, sir. All right. As of now, just keeping an eye on ANGH. Watching it right now. Currently, it is trying to test. It needs to remain friends with the trend for it to be so much Maxi to Mya. Otherwise, it's just, man, you know how it goes. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, as of now, currently, Just doing its thing right here. Doing its thing. And ANGH right now is, yeah, currently just forming a bit of a pennant over here. Broke above the high a day. Now is kind of forming a bit of a teeny tiny pennant right over here. Needs to break above that pennant right there for it to be so much schmexy to me. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 1,000. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. ANGH needs to break above the pennant. Yeesh. ANGH needs to break above the pennant once again. This little pennant right here that I just made needs to break above that pennant. It broke above it once. Can it do it again? We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at ISPC. ISPC, oh my. It was a cup and handle because now it just shot up like a rocket. Wow. It shot up like a rocket, went all the way up to, well, I don't remember how high it went up to here, but I know it did a price spike. All right. ISPC, price spike off the cup and handle. There we go. All right. So, as of now, that's what ISPC has done. ESHA, let's take a look at ESHA. Oh, no. Currently needs to break that pennant, but if it cannot do that, it needs to break the pennant and the VWAP right there. ESHA needs to break the pennant and the VWAP. Needs to curl and break the pennant and the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to mya. There we go. ISPC. We already did that one. DRCT. DRCT. Needs to break that little pennant right there. It needs to break that little descending wedge. DRCT needs to break the descending wedge here for it to be so much maxi to mya. All right. SLGB. Needs to still break that VWAP. All right. So, what else we got here? What else we got? Let me at him. Let's see. What other stonks we got going on over here? Let's see. Let's see about NCL again. Let's take a look at NCL. See how NCL's doing. How you doing, NCL? Let's see. NCL. All right. Curling off that descending wedge right there. NCL has a bit of a resistance point though at the 29-cent mark right there. Has a bit of resistance at the 29-cent mark. NCL needs to break the resistance and remain friends with the trend. There we go. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1100. Let's get to 1100, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Let's get to 1100. All right. All right, let's see about DRCT. Still needs to try and break that little pennant right there. All right, so as of now, DRCT is currently in this pennant right here. It needs to break above the VWAP, needs to break above that little pennant over there for it to be so much maxi to Mya. Let's see about ORIS. Last I checked, it is curling. Yes, it is. It is curling. Needs to test that VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. ORIS curling up on some low volume right there because it has 20 million float, 3 million volume. All right, ORIS curling on low volume. Needs to break the VWAPA. There we go. INBS. All right. INBS moving upward on. Well, the volume is good. The float is 950,000. Volume is 2 million. So INBS on the uptrend right now. INBS on the uptrend. INBS on the uptrend. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, so INBS is currently climbing its way up slowly but surely, is on a bit of a top tail trend here. So we'll see what happens. All right, so as of now, we're currently looking at INBS. Let's take a look at ANGH. ANGH. All right, ANGH is now still kind of consolidated there. ANGH still needs to break that pennant right there. Still needs to break that pennant. ANGH still needs to break the pennant. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. DRCT NCL. Needs to needs to break this little descending wedge here and break the resistance. Primarily needs to break through that resistance though. So NCL needs to break the resistance. There. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. DRCT. All right. Looks like DRCT is trying to curl above the pennant just a little bit. It's peaking above that pennant just a little. DRCT trying to curl just above the pennant. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at let's take a look at BYND. BYND low volume needs to break the downtrend. Low volume needs needs to break the down trend. There we go. Let's get a share party going. Let's get the 1300. 1300, ladies and gentlemen. 1300. All right. Open. On a bit of an uptrend on some low volume, so we got that going on right there. On a slight uptrend on low volume. All right. So, let's see what else we got here. All right. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. Yeesh. All right.
INBS moving.
INBS moving. All right. INBS. Let's take a look. INBS on the uptrend right now. Intelligent Biosolutions shares are trading higher. Yesh. Bottom tail. All right. Intelligent Biosolutions shares are trading after the company announced a strategic manufacturing partnership with Sirma Johari MedTech to support and scale the production of its intelligent fingerprinting drug screening reader. So we got that going on right there. It is currently moving its way on up. INBS currently moving its way on up, ladies and gentlemen. Currently moving its way on up. Yes, sir. Needs some volume. Needs volume, ladies and gentlemen. Needs some volume. Yes, sir. All right. INBS on the uptrend. Broke the VWAPA. It's pushing.
Come on, pushy.
Come on now. Climbing its way on up.
Break it. Break resistance. Resistance at 512. Break it.
Can it break the 512?
Break it, baby. Break it.
Can it break 512?
Break it. You gotta break it. Come on now. Don't lose the gasolina.
Yesh.
Come on. I know it's New Year's Eve.
Yes, sir.
Don't matter nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
I throw burger down your
I
throat.
throw a burger down the throat. It don't mean nothing.
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yesh. Go dancing course. I can move.
Break 510. Come on.
Yesh.
Break it. You can break it. You break it, you want it. You break it, you want it.
Yesh.
Come on. Boring. Turn your back on it. Turn your back on it. Don't pay no mind to it.
SLGB. Ha. SLGB. Still needs to break that pennant. SLGB. Still not schmexy. There we go. Boom. Right there. All right. ULY. ULY currently climbing up a little, up little by little right now. Broke above the VWAP recently. It has a price spike now. Yes, sir. Oh my, forming a bit of a double top. Not looking too schmexy there. Had resistance at 355 and more resistance at All right. Good.
It's pushing. INBS.
INBS. Oh my.
INBS.
Oh
push,
my.
Baby, push. Higher day. Come on now.
Oh, come on.
Come on now.
Yeesh.
Come on now.
Yeesh.
You can do it.
Yeesh. 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 Yeesh.
You can do it, you. I believe you can fly.
Yeesh.
Come on, fly, baby.
Ooh.
Fly, Pelican.
Yeesh. There we go. 9 minutes till the bell. The bell. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cash. Oh, look, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. All right. So INBS currently, as of now, is on a bit of an uptrend here. Still climbing its way on up, slowly but surely, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on here. And it looks like it's continuing to climb right now. It is currently up 27% and climbing. Let's get some support. Let's get some support and resistance lines here. Has support at $5.04. Resistance at $5.35 right now. It looks like it's testing it. It broke through the higher day. There we go. INBS new higher day up 30%. INBS new high of day up 30%. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So, as of now, INBS currently is upward. All right. And of course, let's take a look at another stonk here. Oh, wait, it's testing it again. It's testing that higher day again. Testing that higher day. All right. So, let's see what we got going on here. INBS still testing that higher day. I wonder if I ignore it, will it go back up again? I bet it. I bet if I ignore it and like look away for 5 seconds, it'll probably go. Yep. Broke through the higher day once again. 32%. 32% broke the higher day once again. INBS broke the higher day. It's pushing. Yeah. Up 34%. Up 34%. Oh yay. Oh yay. Ooh. 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 Wheel. 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 INBS once again broke the high of day. Up 38%. Up 38%. Looks like it's trying to go higher. It's testing the higher day already once again. It's testing it once again. Yes, sir. Testing the higher day once again. Yes, sir. All right. Testing that higher day once again. Woo! All right. All right. So, as of now, currently, INBS is on a double top right here. A little bit of a double top. Can it break above that little tiny double top right there? Let's see. Let's see. All right. So as of now, IMBS still testing that high a day. All right. IMBS currently curling its way on up. Curling its way on up right now. Oh my. Yeesh. Gently breaking that new high right there. Gently breaking that new high a day. Oh my. 40% broke the high a day once again. IMBS broke that high a day once again. There we go. There we go. IMBS broke the high a day once again, up 40%, breaking the high a day, breaking it, ladies and gentlemen. IMBS doing its thing. 3 minutes till the bell. Breaking the high of day again. Up 40%. All right, so let's see about other stonks here. ESHA, ESHA. Man. You know what I mean? Needs to break the pennant. ESHA needs to break the pennant. ESHA needs to break the pennant. Boom, right there. All right. DRCT. DRCT needs to break the VWAPA and the pennant. Needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. There we go. ANGH. Not looking schmexy there. Not looking schmexy. Needs to break this big old pennant right here. ANGH needs to break the pennant and hold above the VWAPA. ANGH needs to break the pennant and hold above the VWAPA. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see about DRCT. DRCT curling a little bit just above the pennant. DRCT. Curling above the pennant just a bit. All right. There we go. So far, DRCT. Currently doing this thing right there. Hold on 1 second. Let me get some water in me real quick, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. All right, we got the bell. The bell. It made the ringy dingy. It made the wee woo. Yes, sir. It's the bell. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's take a look at INBS. Oh, my. 51%. Oh, my. INBS up 51%, shooting up like a rocket, 55% right now. There we go. There we go. INBS, I knew it was going to start going crazy. It was going to start going Mr. Boombastic on them. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. INBS, new high. Broke the high of day. Up 55%. Look at that. I think it halted, though.
Oh, actually, it's regular hours. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, INBS, I think it halted. I think it halted, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? I think INBS might have halted. Intelligent Bio Solutions shares trading higher after the company announced a strategic manufacturing partnership with Sirma Johari Medtech to support and scale the production of its intelligent fingerprinting drug screening reader. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. What else we got? All right. Let's see here. Let's see what other stonks we got here. Let's take a look at ULY. You can take a look at ULY since we're here. ULY had a bit of a price spike and broke the resistance there. Little bit needs more volume, obviously. Needs more volume. Has 2 million float, 2 million volume, so we got that going on right there. ULY though broke the resistance right there. All right, ANGH. Let's see how ANGH is doing. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So, ANGH as of now, currently trying to curl above this pennant. Trying to curl above the pennant. Boom. Right there. Needs to break that pennant, though, for it to be so much mexy to mya. Come on, ANGH. There you go. Right there. NCL. Let's see how NCL is doing. NCL. NCL curling. There we go. Moving on up right now. NCL on an uptrend right now. Curling its way on up. Doing its thing right there. And yeah, it's NCL on the uptrend curling. NCL on the uptrend, curled off the VWAPA. Yeesh, right there. All right. All right. Let's see here. ANGH. Let's see here, folks. ANGH failed the VWAP. Not Schmexy. No, ANGH. It gave me the disappointment. All right. NCL's shooting its way on up. Shooting its way on up right now. Up 72%. NCL. NCL up 72%. Boom. There we go. MNTS just came in. MNTS. Let's take a look over here. MNTS. Price spike on low volume. MNTS. Price spike on low volume. There we go. Boom. All right. MNTS still climbing its way on up here, but on some low volume. NCL still climbing. It's moving its way on up. My oh my. NCL is just doing its thing right now. Climbing up 72%. And just still moving. It's moving and grooving right now. NCL. NCL moving on up. 77% now. NCL up 77%. There we go. Boom. Look at that baby right there. All right. NCL doing its thing right now, just climbing its way on up. So that's what we got going on right here. That is what we got going on. NCL is just climbing slowly but surely, and it is now 82%. 82%. NCL now up 82%. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,000. NCL up 82%. New high. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, as of now, NCL is the leading bagger, or the leading gainer right now. The leading gainer. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. Let's see here. All right. NCL up 77%. 77% right now. NCL. All right. NCL up 77%. But yeah, it's doing this thing right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's pretty much it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, because sharing is caring, folks. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, so far, that is what we have going on right now. As of now with the stonks, currently it is New Year's Eve, so, it is going to be a little bit choppy in terms of volume, but there's still opportunities to go around. There's still opportunities, just got to be more selective and patient. Remember, patience pays. So, there's always that, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our Power Play show that's going to be happening today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is featuring and hosted by the legend himself, Coach Nick Money, as he basically goes over and gives his honest opinions and dissertations about certain stonks that he's seeing in the market prior to Power Hour. And then he basically, does the playing portion of the show where he plays some Fortnite. I'll be co-hosting, obviously, of course, so you'll be able to see that at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to check it out on YouTube, Twitch, and, of course, X.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us there at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on the YouTube there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon. Check out the video we did last night for ANGH, where it basically went up 85%. 85%. 85%. And now it's just doing this thing right here. So, yes. So, as of now, that's what they got going on. INBS, by the way, up 74%. So, it's going crazy right now. INBS now up 75% right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so that's pretty much all we got going on for today as far as Microcap Mornings is concerned. So be sure to stay tuned for Power Plays with the Coach Meister General and, of course, myself, DBL Nix, in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. Yes. So be sure to check us out on our YouTube at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe there. Be sure to ring that bell icon. Stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Check out the video we did last night and check out the live stream we're going to be doing later today as well. So be sure to check all that good stuff out. You can find us on X.com, aka Twitter, where we do lots of live streaming, reviews, stock analysis, etc. At Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. You can find us on Twitch, where we do lots of live streaming at Coaching Money. At Coaching Money. And you can find us on YouTube, not YouTube. You can find us on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac. Yes, you can find us there at DBL Nix. At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, much love. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in just a few hours for Power Plays. If we don't see you, have a wonderful New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. Remember, today is going to be a full day in the market, and then tomorrow market's going to be closed for New Year's Day. Then we're back at it again on Friday. We're going to be back at it again on that grind. And then, take a nice Saturday and Sunday off and, get some rest there too. And then after that, back at it again with the grind on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. New year, new me. Yes. And new year, new money too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, much love. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I love you.